Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So this is Spider-Man No Way Home, spoiler-free. I don't want to call it a review, but more of like a raw reaction. I'm not going to spoil anything for this, but this is going to be a very short video because I don't want to spoil anything for you guys at all. Please go in blind. But this is really a movie to go into without knowing anything, right? So just some of my raw reactions right away. I'll stick out some of the problems that I have first, because there's not many. I think it just, the comedic stuff, that Marvel comedic stuff they do, I usually do like it, and I usually think that they place in really good moments. I think the first half of the movie, there was a little bit too much comedy in places where I didn't think they needed it. Like, literally, there's a time where I thought every single scene had to have, like, throw in some sort of joke where it wasn't needed. Let's just focus on the characters and stories without making it so comedic. Like, I get what these Marvel movies are. It's very popcorny action movies, and that's what I love. Like, that's what you come here to see, right? You know what you're watching when you get into a Marvel movie. I think they could have like laid back the comedy just a little bit. That's like my only problem with it. The first half is a lot of setup. Like we don't really get into the thick of it until like halfway through the film. But that second half of the film is amazing with great moments. Like so many great moments that overshadows any sort of faults that the movie has. It's in no way a perfect movie. It does have some of its other negatives to it. But I think that as a spectacle of what we wanted, I think it hit the mark in every single category. It was exactly what I wanted. It hit. I cheered. I teared up a little bit. I didn't full on cry, but I could definitely see that when I watch it again and I let myself, fully feel it in the comfort of my own home. There could be some more waterworks. Another thing I like to see is that Tom Holland is maturing not only as a Spider-Man but as an actor in himself. He does a great job here. He has plenty of moments where he's able to showcase his great acting talents. And I thought that was a very good job for the movie to show that. The villains, like if you guys have seen the trailers, you're like Doc Ock, Goblin. They do great. Willem Dafoe almost steals the whole movie. He does a phenomenal job, playing again this character. Seeing him again in that role and Doc Ock and everything, it was amazing to see that. Just a big throwback. I love that. And so the story was great. I think the spell thing is good. It's cool. It's not the most like coherent plot line, but it works for what they're trying to do. So my rating for the movie right now is a 4.4 out of 5, which is higher than what I was expecting. Actually, I don't know if it was higher than what I was expecting. Obviously, my expectations into this was that I wanted it to be a perfect movie. Like halfway through, I realized like, okay, it's not gonna be perfect, but it got itself. It climbed all the way up to a 4.4 out of 5, which if you guys want to use a 10 rating, 9 out of 10, I'd say is where that's at. But I do think Avengers Endgame is better. I do think Infinity War is better. I do think Winter Soldier is better. I do think the first Avengers movie is better. I do think maybe Guardians is better. But then from there, it gets tricky. Like, is it better than Civil War? Maybe. I gotta rewatch it. When I rewatch in the comfort of my own home with like my 4K setup, just by myself, immersed in it, I have a better feeling. One other thing I want to point out is that like, with Endgame, like I can rewatch Endgame over and over again and I'll never get tired of it and I'll still feel like that hype and love for that movie. With No Way Home, I still will feel the love for the movie, but I wonder if some of the highs might be dimmed down now that like you know what you're watching. Like you know what you're getting yourself into now with that second watch. I wonder if that will hurt my rewatch. The fact that I already know what's coming and I won't be able to feel like that same amount of excitement for it because I already know like what's happening. That's one of the problems I feel like may occur on a rewatch, but I'm not sure. It might even be better. But for right now, I think it's one of the best Spider-Man movies. I maybe put Tobey Maguire's 1 and 2 above it, and maybe Into the Spider-Verse above it. But No Way Home is right there. Like, it's close. Like, don't hear what I'm not saying. Phenomenal movie. Brilliant. Great character depth. Improving the character of Spider-Man. I'm so excited to see where the MCU is moving forward. It met the high expectations. Go and watch it. If you haven't already, please go and see it as soon as you can. If you've seen it already, let me know down below. Don't spoil anything. But let me know what you thought of the movie down below. Have a great rest of the day. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next video.